Hey, what's going on? This is Drew, and I've been working on this game called the Danger Crew for the last 2 years or so. It's been a long time, but I'd like to start posting some video updates on some progress and make like kind of behind the scenes stuff on thought process and just general news on where the project's at because I tend to go a long time without releasing anything. Anyway, today I'd like to walk through this thing that we just made called the Danger Crew Battle Demo. And for those who don't know, here's kind of what the game looks like right now. It's an RPG where you can walk around in the world. It's got two kind of major buckets. There's the overworld, which is what is on my screen now. Let me move this out of the way. Cool. And then um, the other major bucket of the game are the battles, and these look like this, where the game is kind of set in this weird nerdy world where everybody's a developer and people sit at laptop computers and type terminal commands at each other to kind of destroy laptop battery lives. And it's all very nerdy. All the attacks and things like that are computer science themed or programming themed. It's supposed to be kind of silly and far-fetched, but it's fun. This is running really slow because of the video recording. That's not good. So far to this point, the battles have always been one-on-one, where you have you, the player, and then your enemy, and you just kind of fling attacks back and forth. And that was great for the first chapter of the game, but as I started working on what's after the first chapter, so after like the first hour or so, it was evident that the battles needed more. They kind of got stale and monotonous after a while, and had all these ideas on how they could be expanded to utilize more strategy and more creativity when you're playing. So I was like, okay, well, it's a big project to start going and editing the existing code. I thought I would make the new battle system on the side, and that way that would create this like isolated environment that I could invite people to play the new battles and give feedback on that before rolling it into the rest of the game. And so out of that came this new thing called the Danger Crew Battle Demo, which if I just go to the website, thedangercrew.com, that's kind of the big story here. It says new battle demo, and it showcases some new art style and some new gameplay things that are in the new battles. And so I'd like to just kind of walk through what is going on here and do that. So I'll hit play demo, and that's going to launch us to the website. It's called the Danger Crew Battle Demo. It's a standalone game, has nothing to do with the other one. It's just an isolated environment to play these new battles. And the first thing you'll notice right off the bat is that instead of the player controlling just one developer, you now have a team of developers to control. And that's these three people here. And each of these you can name. It's called Edit Crew Member. This is like your crew, Danger Crew. You can choose the skin that you want. You can rename your combatant to be whatever you want. And here we have some classes. The classes kind of make the players feel different from one another. They're all tech themed. Like here's a quality assurance engineer who can use an attack called Bug. We have a Scrum Master who is like all project management themed attacks and stuff. They're kind of in charge of keeping their team on track and boosting up their productivity and stuff. It's all supposed to be very silly and far-fetched. But anyway, you can kind of assemble your team however you want. So I'll make this guy and name him AJ. And then he's going to be a hack elite. You can assemble your team however you want, and then if you hit this quick battle button, it's going to jump us into the game. Okay, so right off the bat, here's our battle. You see our new aesthetic is way different. There's a lot more detail in the character sprites. There's also some kind of like better outlining and just like a different coat of paint for the game. If you compare it, here's what it used to look like, and now here's kind of the future of it. And it has more emphasis on the whole like laptop thing. So here the screen, the interface is all in a laptop, and then you can kind of see the characters are all typing on their laptops to reinforce that developer thing. And so here, every character has this generic attack move where I can select that and then choose a single target, and that just kind of like does an average thwack of damage. It doesn't cost anything to use. Everybody can always have it. And that's great. But the thing that sets people apart from each other are scripts, and this is where that the class part comes in, like project manager, or scrum master, quality assurance, all that stuff. They have different scripts that they use, and these are kind of themed to reinforce their role on the team. So AJ, I think we used Hack Elite for him, and he is kind of a Hack Elite is supposed to do some damage, and so he has 2 damage dealing moves, and then also some disrupty and some support stuff, but mostly damage dealing. So like this move is kind of special. It's called For Each. It's like a programming loop that goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and does a random bit of repetitive damage. So I'll use that here on Natalia. And this is better with sound. I have it turned off, so I'm not talking over it. The sound effects are fun. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of like speed through this battle really quick, and then probably pick it up again in a second. Okay, so I've been playing the battle for a little bit, and things are going okay. It's kind of tight right now, but I wanted to show you this cool thing that came up. So this is kind of inspired by games like Overwatch and Final Fantasy and stuff, but each character has this thing called a super. And a super is like a big move that kind of affects kind of the whole scene of the battle. It's meant to kind of, if things are going south for a team, a super is a good way to just like change everything that's going on. So they're big, impactful events that happen. And this one is called Team Clean. And by the way, you can activate your super by dealing damage. So it takes a few turns into the battle to have it available to you. But once it is available, then you can kind of like unleash that big game-changing thing. And so this one, my healer here, Drubers, has a move called Team Clean, and you can see both AJ and Drubers are affected by this thing called a memory leak, and that means that after every move, they're going to experience a slow HP leak, which is bad. That's why AJ's health is pretty low because of that. Jessie had one a second ago, but now she's recovered from it. Anyway, this Team Clean is meant to, like, again, kind of change the thing of the whole battle, and I'll go ahead and use it. And that's kind of a cool thing. Okay, so here we are towards the end of the battle. This one has been pretty close, way closer than I thought it would be. And now it looks like my character AJ is going to be able to finish Frank off here with one last attack. So we'll do that. I want to show you what happens after the battle. Okay, so Frank has run out of battery life. Druber's team is victorious. Nice. I really thought I was going to lose that one, but I didn't. Anyway, so after a battle, you get either a victory or a defeat screen. And then if you... this demo has an element of like unlocks, where you can unlock new classes or new skins based on how many battles you win, kind of thing. So I've unlocked a new class called Infiltrator. This icon is going to change. And under here, you see that it gives you your battle record. So here, totally, I've played 7 battles. I've won 6 of them and lost one of them. Almost lost this one too. And here you see that there are actually 3 different type of battle modes. What we just did was called a quick battle, and that's just offline, you versus the computer, where you control, your team of 3. But if I go back to the home screen here, I'm going to show you versus and rally battles. Or here I've got a notification here saying, hey, you unlocked a new thing, and then here are the other things I can unlock in this battle, in the demo. Okay, so if I go back, under the quick battle button, there's an invite friends button, and what that is actually a way for us to have multiplayer in the game. So if I say invite friends, there's 2 different ways you can play multiplayer. One is called versus mode, which is where you control one team of 3, again, just like the battle we just did, and then you can send an invite link to a friend, and then that friend, so say I copy this, I could paste it in a text message or something like that. Send this link to your friend anyhow you want, and they would appear in this space, and then they also control a team of 3. So it's kind of like one human versus one human, but they each control 3 players. That's a lot of fun. The other kind of mode is called Rally, and that's where each human player controls just one developer combatant. So here I'm in the game room as Drubers. I could add bots if I want, but again, like these are going to be bots. They're not going to be controlled by any human. Or I could invite a friend to play, and same deal. I just like copy and paste this link, send it in a text message, or however you want to do it, and then a friend would join me here, and we'd all control just one player. So that's a little bit about the battle demo. It's something I've been working on for a while. I invite you to come check it out. You can play it at our website, thedangercrew.com. There's this big link here that'll take you to the battle demo, and then if you want to check out the original demo that I showed you before, towards the beginning of the video, that's here too. And I hope you enjoy it and check it out. I'd like to make a few more of these videos just so it's not so long before I'm releasing news and progress and stuff about the project. But we'll see what happens. So let me know if you like this kind of thing, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.